So, my birthday is coming up pretty soon, April 2nd. So I'm giving myself an early birthday present. I'm rebuilding my favorite club, Fulham. This is a rebuild I didn't want to make at the start of the season. I was hopeful we would be having the type of season a Wolves or Watford are currently having. Instead, we find ourselves basically guaranteed to be relegated. It's a depressing reality that I'm slowly coming to grips with. After 5 years in the Championship and a hard-fought win against Villa on the playoff final at Wembley, which was one of the most happy days of my life, we seem destined to go back down. But to slightly soften the blow, I'm going to provide us with some glory. It might only be in the FIFA sense, but it is glory nonetheless, goddammit. Today, we rebuild the mighty Fulham FC. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. This is a rebuild, like I said, I did not want to be doing, but the club is a shambles. We're in the Premier League for a couple more weeks, and then we look like we're going back down. Fulham FC, I'm rebuilding ya. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video, and also make sure, if you are new around here, that you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So this is our starting 11 for season number 1. It's a starting 11 where I have players like Mitrovic, like Sessegnon, like Tom Cairney. They're the players that I absolutely love. I mean, Mitro is my favorite player in modern day football. King Mitro himself, but then there's other aspects to the side, most notably the defense, where, yeah, shit needs to change. And I mean, if you watch Fulham, you might notice that I've left Dennis Adoy on the bench. Yeah, don't get me started on him. I mean, don't get me started on half the bloody team, but we're definitely going to be changing things up this season. It's probably going to be the craziest first season I've ever had in a rebuild because I'm going to be cutthroat. Our first piece of action is a player departure here. Neil Warnock has done us a huge favour, taking Dennis Adoy off our hands. The Belgian, whilst he has done some good things for Fulham, I cannot knock that goal he scored against Derby in the playoffs last season. I just am not a huge fan of his. He is off to Cardiff for £500,000. And another player here as we sell Floyd Ayite off to Atletico Mineiro. The Togo winger is signing there for £1.45 million. And our first signing in charge of the cottages is going to be Mario Hermoso. The Spaniard signs as one of our new starting centre-backs, a big pick up there. We signed him from Espanyol for £14.5 million. A big-time CDM signing there. We bring in Marcos Llorente from Real Madrid. This is the type of mentality we need into the club. We need players that know what it is to win. So we have brought the Spaniard in for £19 million to play in our defensive midfield spot. I feel like we're putting together a La Liga transplant side, but we have signed a new left pack. It is Junior Firpo, another Spaniard into the club, coming across from Real Betis for £13 million. Very happy with the business we have done so far, and I'm sure there is more to come. And we're not just focusing on the defense. A new right winger coming into the club. It is Alan Saint-Maximin. We stretched the budget to the max, £17.51 million for the Frenchman. Welcome to Fulham, mate. So a pretty busy start to life in charge of Fulham. Hermoso, Llorente, Firpo and Saint-Maximin into the club. Adoy and Ayite out of it, and this is what the starting 11 now looks like. So I don't know, the main goal for this season obviously is just relegation survival. It's going to be interesting to see how that tracks along. I'll catch up with you guys at the halfway point though. Okay, I'll take this. Just over halfway through the season and we are mid-table. I mean, I would love for that to be a reality. I'd rather be in the relegation zone here and mid-table real life, but we're certainly not close to survival. We're only 11 points clear. A lot can change. Cardiff City, Bournemouth and Southampton all in the relegation zone. Wolves struggling quite a lot, but we are mid-table. Spurs top of the league, 6 points ahead of Liverpool. No real surprise that we haven't signed anybody in this January transfer window. I mean, look at that. £5 is our transfer budget. We couldn't even buy a ticket to one of our games, but it is what it is. Our squad is decent. They're growing as well. I just hope it's enough to survive relegation with. We're going to go and find out that answer in a second. Get in there. We have survived relegation. I will cough that. I am very happy with that. 10 points clear. That's not happening in real life though, is it? It's just not happening. But it is Cardiff, Southampton and Huddersfield all going down. So two of those sides could realistically be, well, are going to be relegated, it looks like. Southampton as well. But the champions of England are Tottenham for this first season. City and Arsenal well out of the pack. Spurs 7 points ahead of Manchester United. Burnley in 7th again. But I'm happy we survived relegation in this first season. That's all that we were after. Man United did win the FA Cup over Newcastle. Man United also win the Carabao Cup. Juventus win an all-Italian Champions League final. And Chelsea win the Sarri Derby, taking down Napoli in the Europa League final. That could realistically be the Europa League final this season. So that is season number 1 done and dusted. A great start to life at Craven Cottage. Let's crack on to season 2 though, and make sure we don't suffer from second season syndrome. Season 2 begins with a player departure, someone I've been very critical of as a Fulham fan. It is Cyrus Christie, the right back, off to Racing Club for £2.9 million. And a player departure once again, Fabrizio, the goalkeeper, off to Roma for £5.2 million. Well, he was a player that I used to love. I loved his confidence and his nickname and his whole bravado. But then that penalty against Huddersfield just turned me off Kamara. And then his training ground bust-ups and basically getting arrested. And we've done what I believe is going to happen in the future. We have sold Kamara. This time it is to Braga for £4.6 million. Sergio can't hold on to a ball. Rico was only here on a season-long loan. So we've had to go in and bring in a permanent goalkeeper. It is Andre Onana signing from Ajax for £21 million. A massive pickup here. A new right back into the club, and it is a big name signing. It is Hector Bellerin coming from one side of London to the other. Actually, we got him from West Ham, not Arsenal. So he's had his third club in 2 seasons. But welcome to Fulham, Hector Bellerin. Again, focusing solely on the defense this transfer window. Onana and Bellerin into the club. Cyrus Christie, Fabry and Kamara out of the club. And again, we're improving. We need a new centre-back though, because Alfie Mawson is just lagging behind the rest of the squad. But financially, pretty tough to do it when we're in this situation. But we'll see how things are plotting along at the halfway point of season number 2. What? We're in second position halfway through the season. Well, over halfway through the season. What is going on? Second in the Premier League, 7 points behind Liverpool. I thought maybe mid-table again. I thought where Burnley, West Ham, Leicester are, not second spot. I mean, it's very likely that we drop down to the mid-table because the competition is so close. But that's a fantastic start to the season. Not even threatening the relegation battle, but Chelsea, they're 1 point out of the relegation zone. Wow, what a weird second season this is. So we are going to make a pre-contract signing, our first pre-contract signing. We didn't have enough money to make an impact for this season. But next season, we get a massive boost with Nabil Fekir joining our starting lineup. We will be playing him at attacking midfield. I am so excited to have him in Fulham white and black next season. So, in season number 3, welcome to Craven Cottage, Nabil Fekir. We might even be playing Champions League football with him. So just the one signing of Nabil Fekir. It's not a small thing though. The way I said that, it's like, oh yeah, just Nabil Fekir. It's Nabil bloody Fekir coming to the side next season. So I'll probably move it to a 4-3-3 attacking formation. But this is the side that we're hopefully going to get top 4 with, which sounds weird to say, but we're in a good position. Let's see if we can hold on to it. Let's get to the end of season number 2 with Fulham. So for the end of season 2, we have fallen out of the top 4, only on goal differential ahead of Manchester, or behind Manchester United, but we finish in 5th position, which I am over the moon with. So I think that means we play Europa League football next season, which I will definitely take. I was not expecting this good of a season, but that is brilliant, and we could seriously be in with a shout of winning the Europa League next season with Nabil Fekir coming into the club and some more improvements with the money we will have. But Liverpool do win the Premier League. Did Chelsea get relegated? No. They got to 10th position, which I'm sad about. It would have been funny. But Newcastle, Watford and Derby are all relegated. Man City did win the FA Cup over Spurs. Chelsea won the Carabao Cup over Liverpool. Barcelona take down Borussia Dortmund to win the Champions League. And Atletico Madrid, they win the Europa League once again. 1-0 over PSV Eindhoven. So season 2 exceeded all expectations in my opinion. So bloody good. Over the moon, Europa League football in season number 3. Let's crack on. Come on, Fulham. We're going to kick off season 3 with an upgrade to the defense. It is that man, Benjamin Pavard, who scored one of the nicest goals you will ever see in the World Cup for France. But Pavard is joining us from Stuttgart for £24.7 million. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say I expected to do this season, but our qualification into the Europa League meant the board gave us a lot of money, and I was debating whether I spread it out over 3 more signings on top of Pavard, or just go in for one batshit crazy player that's going to take our team to the next level. And I've decided to take the latter option. Paul bloody Pogba signing from Manchester United, £100 million for the Frenchman. Oh my God. This rebuild has gone from 0 to 100 real quick. And we have sold Jean-Michel Seri to Arsenal. The Ivorian is off there. I believe we sold him for £16.5 million. And K-Mac is the latest player to depart the club. We have sold him to Internacional for £3.5 million. And Stefan Johansson, the Norwegian midfielder, off to Independiente for £5.7 million. We're clearing house this season. A signing I wasn't expecting to make. King Mitro is out through injury for I think the first 2 or 3 months of the season. And besides Mitro, our next highest rated striker was 60 rated. So we've gone ahead and brought Tammy Abraham into the club from Chelsea, the other side of West London. We have signed him for £22.2 million. So he'll be our starting striker for the start of the season and then move to the bench once Mitro is back. Got to keep loyalty to King Mitro. And another player departure here. Maxime Lamarchand is off to River Plate in Argentina. The Frenchman signs for £3.9 million. So a pretty batshit crazy transfer window. Pavard, Pogba and Tammy Abraham into the club. Siri, McDonald, Johansson and Lamarchand out of the club. And this is what the starting 11 now looks like. So I feel like Champions League qualification should be a goal for us this season. A crazy good team. We're in the Europa League as well this season, but let's see how season 3 is plotting along at the halfway point. Our goal for this season is top 4 qualification, but we find ourselves in the exact same position that we found ourselves in at the halfway point of last season. We sit in 2nd spot on 44 points, but it's a bit of a tight race really between us and 5th place Chelsea, so we need to make sure we keep up consistent results in the second half of the season or win the Europa League because we want Champions League football next season. Palace, Leeds and Middlesbrough, they have Champions League football the furthest thing from their minds. They just want survival. And I mean, is it really a surprise to see us do no business this January transfer window after how insane that opening window was? Let's see if this squad is good enough to get us Champions League qualification. The end of season 3 is near. Yes, we've done it, lads. This is something, as a Fulham fan, I never expect to happen in my lifetime. But Fulham are champions of the Premier League, 1 point ahead of Liverpool and Man City. We win the Premier League in only our 3rd season. We have done incredibly well in this rebuild so far, but the most important thing is that we will be playing Champions League football in season number 4. We're going to have so much money to work with. We could seriously set ourselves up for a good run in the Champions League. Scrolling down the table though, Arsenal finishing mid-table, and it is Leeds, Nottingham Forest and Middlesbrough all going back down to the Championship. Liverpool did win the FA Cup, Chelsea won the Carabao Cup, Barcelona won an El Clasico Champions League final. It's going to be interesting to see how we compete in the Champions League next season and see just how good we are really. And Arsenal win an all-English Europa League final. Where did we finish in it? Did we get to the round of 16? Okay, we lost to Arsenal in the round of 16, so we lost to the eventual champions, which is alright. This season has been so damn fun. Honestly, the progress we are making has exceeded all of my expectations, but it is season 4 where we get our first opportunity to complete the rebuild. We're going to have to do a lot of work, but let's get into season 4 with Fulham. Season number 4 begins with us bringing in a new starting centre-back. It is Davinson Sanchez. The Colombian joins us from Spurs for £64.8 million, but my God, I can't take my eyes off the Premier League badge on our shoulder, on our arm, because it is gold. We are the reigning champions. That is awesome. And on the very same day, we sign a new striker. It is Andre Silva taking the starting striker role from my favorite player, Mitrovic. It hurts to get rid of Alexander Mitrovic and put him on the bench. I'm not going to sell him, but we have had to go in and bring a new starting striker. It is Andre Silva. The Portuguese man arrives from Monaco for just under 50 million. We bring one Portuguese striker in, but get rid of another. Rui Fonte is off to Leganes in La Liga for £2.15 million. I'm probably going to butcher this guy's name, but the Icelandic winger, John Dagger Bernstein, I don't know, he's off to Portsmouth for £700,000. And a player departure, a transfer I didn't expect to be making honestly this early, but I've decided to sell Andre Onana to Lazio for £29.4 million. We're going to look to upgrade at the goalkeeper spot. We have gone and upgraded at the goalkeeper spot. England's #1 goalkeeper comes from Goodison Park to Craven Cottage. We signed Jordan Pickford for £57.5 million. So there it is, another batshit crazy transfer window. Silva, Sanchez and Pickford in, Fonte, Bornstein and Onana out of the club. And just like that, we go into becoming a very good side. And I'm very excited to see how we go in our opening season of the Champions League. Let's go check out the group stages. So we have been drawn into Group B of the Champions League, and it's an interesting one. AC Milan have a very good young side that always seems to grow up and be very good deep into career modes. 4 seasons in, I expect them to be decent. Leverkusen as well, very good side in career mode. Spartak Moscow, I would put my money on them finishing last in the group. But honestly, anything could happen. I don't know what to expect. Let's hope though we are going through to the round of 16. We have qualified for the round of 16, but it turned out to be quite a tight process. We get through by 1 point. Leverkusen on 7 points, us on 8. AC Milan absolutely crushed the group, but we're through to the round of 16, and that is all that matters. And come on, Barcelona in the round of 16. You've got to be kidding me. This is going to be a real big test. Obviously, our goal needs to be Champions League qualification every season on from here on in. And currently, we are on track for that as we sit top of the Premier League, 7 points ahead of Man City. And after our 100-something million spending spree in the opening window, we haven't spent a cent in the January one. Our squad is pretty damn good. I'm excited to see what we can do against Barcelona, but I'm also terrified, absolutely terrified. So no Silva, and then our backup striker Mitrovic almost also injured, so it is Tammy Abraham coming in as our starting striker for this game, the first leg against Barcelona. They've still got a very good side, Messi on the bench there. Hysage they've brought in. Nobody else that I can't recognize, but nothing really happening here. Bayerin getting a yellow card. Suarez getting a yellow card. St. Maximin puts us in front. Oh my god. We are 1-0 up here against Barcelona. God, an away goal is not what we needed to concede. Coutinho gets an away goal for Barcelona, and that puts them in the advantage for the second leg. Alright, so we get Mitrovic back for the second leg. No Silva though, which is a bit annoying, but we need to score a goal. Barcelona have the away goal advantage. We have to score, no questions asked. Come on, lads. If it stays 0-0, Barcelona go through to the quarters. Sanchez picking up a yellow card. Come on, halfway there. No, Coutinho gets a goal for Barcelona. We still have to score. If we get an away goal and it stays 1-0, we'll go to extra time. We're running out of time though, 15 minutes to go. Come on, Fulham. Come on, Mitro. King Mitro, step up. We're going to lose by 1 goal to Barcelona in the round of 16. God damn it. We have bottled back-to-back Premier League titles. We finish in second position, 3 points behind Liverpool. But most importantly, we are in the top 4, so we get another shot at glory in season number 5. Liverpool obviously winning the Premier League, and the relegated sides are Norwich, Leicester, and Newcastle United. At the start of the season, we did lose the Community Shield to Liverpool on penalties. We did win the FA Cup, however, we took down Burnley in the final. That is brilliant to see. And Crystal Palace, they won the Carabao Cup over Chelsea. Real Madrid did go on to win the Champions League final 2-1 over Juventus. And Manchester United won an all-English Europa League final. Another ripper of a season, almost back-to-back Premier League champions, but we have signed some fantastic talent. And surely in season number 5, we are going to be one hell of a side, and surely in with a shout of going deep in the Champions League. And we're going to start off the 5th season with an upgrade at the left back spot. Ferland Mendy is coming across from Napoli. The Frenchman is signing for us for a pretty good price, only £35 million, which I will take. And we have decided to sell Tammy Abraham, our third string striker, going to Manchester City for £38.6 million. And just like that, a new right back into the club, someone that I love picking up in rebuilds when I get the chance, Alvaro Odriozola, absolute weapon. We signed him from Real Madrid for £67.6 million, 88 rated at only 26 years of age. That is one hell of a signing. And we have decided to sell Benjamin Pavard to Tottenham. We have sold the French World Cup hero for £49.7 million. And I think you guys now know what position I'm going to be looking to upgrade next. And there it is. We have picked up an absolute weapon of a player. We've got a nice little French trio building here. It is Samuel Umtiti coming across from Barcelona. £78.8 million for the 92 rated centre-back. Oh my god, what a pickup he is going to be. And surely that signing puts us in a great position to be one of the favourites for the Champions League. So again, a busy transfer window. Ferland Mendy, Odriozola, and Samuel Umtiti into the club. Abraham and Pavard are out of the club. And this is a good looking squad. Mendy, Sessegnon, Llorente all still have room to grow. A lot of the players still have room to grow. So I expect us to be serious competitors in this year's Champions League. But let's go and suss out our Champions League group. Group F of the Champions League sees us taking on Lyon, Villarreal and Panathinaikos from the Greek League. A bit of a shock to see them in there. But we're hopefully going to get out of the group and get a decent draw in the round of 16, but I mean, I don't want to get Barcelona again, but we're going to have to wait and see and hopefully get out. Come on, Fulham. Top of the league, and we have qualified, or top of the group, and we have qualified for the Champions League round of 16. We equal on points. We're equal on points with Lyon, but goal differential helps us get top of the group. Villarreal and Panathinaikos, not a dream group stage for them, but I'll be facing Barcelona again, or will the game be a little bit more forgiving the game's a little bit more forgiving. We are facing Borussia Mönchengladbach, the German side, in the round of 16. In fact, there is no Barcelona, so we couldn't be facing them, which is, I guess, a good thing, but we need to make sure we get past Mönchengladbach and go deep this season, maybe even win the whole thing. And halfway through the Premier League season, or just over halfway, we are in a dream position, 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. Let's not bottle it again. As Steven Gerrard famously said, we do not let this slip. But hopefully, we have a different fate to Liverpool that year. I'm trying to get some funds together so that we can make one big signing here in the January transfer window. We have sold one of my favourite Fulham players, Marcus Bettinelli. The absolute GOAT Betts is off to Lille for 5.5 million. And Marlon Fossey off to Midland in Denmark for £2 million. And there it is. We have brought in a new starting central midfielder. It is Giovanni Lo Celso from PSG. The Argentinian signs for a big ass sum of £70 million. But my God, is he going to be a good player for this side? So we did the business in this window. Lo Celso in, Fossey and Bettinelli out of the club. And I am very excited, but also slightly anxious to see how we perform in the Champions League knockout rounds. Mönchengladbach, bring it on. Alright, it is time for the away leg now against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Unfortunately, Odriozola is going to be out for the first leg and probably the second leg as well, but definitely the first leg. Bayern comes in, so a worthy replacement, but we get an away goal here through Ryan Sessegnon. Player does get an equaliser though for Mönchengladbach, but I would love for us to get plenty of away goals on the board. We get another one there. It is Silva, making it 2-1 in our favour. Some substitutions happening. Llorente on. Umtiti rounds it off with a third goal. Can we get a fourth? They get a second, which ain't good at all. But we have 3 massive away goals on our backs as we head into the second leg. Time for the second leg. Odriozola is not back, and not only is Odriozola out, Umtiti is injured as well. Luckily, Hermoso is a good player, so we've got 287 centre backs, which is a decent enough scenario. But Mönchengladbach gets an away goal. We get a goal ourselves though, so that makes it 4-3 in our favour. We can't allow Mönchengladbach to keep getting away goals. Fekir gets us another goal, which is huge. We are 5-3 up. Mönchengladbach need to get the 3 goals if they want to send it to extra time, but they are running out of time. Let's not get any yellow cards or injuries. Firpo gets a yellow card, no injury, and we are past the round of 16 and into the quarterfinals. So it is an all-English affair here for the Champions League quarterfinals. We are taking on Tottenham, and hopefully going to find ourselves ending up in the the semi-finals of the Champions League, but Tottenham definitely not an easy opponent. But it is time for the away leg to kick things off here. Travelling to the new White Hart Lane, we do have Odriozola and Umtiti back into the side. Spurs have brought in Richarlison, Partey, who else? Lindelof, Carvajal. They got a good little side here, but there's yellow cards aplenty. Mendy and Pogba picking up yellow cards for us. How does De Ligt only make the bench for Spurs? That's whack. But there is still, and Militao as well. They got such good defense. So many defensive capabilities. But Winks, he scored against us in the final moments in real life this season. And now he's given Tottenham a 1-0 lead here in the first leg of the quarterfinals. That's not ideal. Alright, the home leg now. This is massive. We need to score. We need to keep clean sheet, because if Tottenham get themselves an away goal, it's just about all over. Come on, we're 1-0 down. An early goal for us to wipe that off would be fantastic. Come on, lads, fire up. Wake up, Fulham. Nothing is happening. It's going to be one of those 0-all games, isn't it? Wake the fuck up. No, come on. Mitrovic is on. St. Maximin. No, they get an away goal. Oh, no. We need to score 2 goals now. We're done. We are done, lads. Away goals have killed us. I thought this was going to be the season, but we lose in the quarterfinals. God damn it, Fulham. Get your shit together. Get in there, lads. Such a tight 3-way race for the Premier League title, but we have come out on top on goal difference ahead of Manchester United. Liverpool 3 points behind us. We almost bottled the league again, but thankfully we can win our second Premier League title with Fulham. and surely next season have a ridiculous amount of money to make some crazy upgrades to the side. But we continue to scroll down here. Who got relegated? It is Aston Villa, Huddersfield and Forest. We did lose once again to Liverpool in the Community Shield, but once again go back to back and win the FA Cup 2-1 over West Brom. That is fantastic. We did lose the Carabao Cup final to Tottenham. Tottenham have been our absolute nemesis this season. Atletico Madrid did go on and win the Champions League title 1-0 over Man City. And AS Monaco take down Juventus 2-1 to win the Europa League. A fantastic season for us on and off the park, but it would have been even sweeter if we had a deeper Champions League run. We need to step up in European football next season. Let's get things sorted with Fulham. And our 6th season with Fulham begins with another upgrade to the striker spot. Luka Jovic joining us for £67 million. Him and Mitrovic are going to be the ultimate Serbian bromance. We're not holding back this season, lads. We are going all in for everything. Marco Asensio joining us at Craven Cottage. He's going to be our new left winger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put him at the starting left wing spot and then move Ryan Sessegnon back down to his kind of second position, his more natural, or at least the position he started playing at left back, and then Ferland Mendy will rejoin the bench, I would assume. And we have sold Davinson Sanchez to Valencia. I believe it was like 50 million. Actually, let me go check for you guys. Lucky I checked. £65.8 million. We got a lot of money for the Colombians, so let's go and buy a world-class centre-back to pair up with Umtiti. Another player departure here as we have sold Joe Bryan to Wolfsburg for £6.4 million. And there it is, we have rescued Matthias de Ligt from Tottenham. He was stuck on their bench last season, so we've shaken things up and brought him across to Craven Cottage. 89 rated and still only 23 years of age. This guy is incredible. £90 million, worth every single penny in my opinion. Another player departure here as we have moved on Junior Firpo. He's been here since the early days, but we have sold him to Bayern Munich for £22.6 million. Looking at our squad, we desperately needed a backup goalkeeper because if Pickford gets injured, we would have been absolutely in a big issue area. That was a terrible sentence. But Mike Magnan, the Frenchman, is coming across from Lille. We have brought, Toulouse for £30.9 million. That was just a terrible sequence of play, but I'm excited to have this guy in the club. £263 million spent this transfer window. Luka Jovic, Asensio, de Ligt and Magnan into the club. Sanchez, Bryan and Firpo all out of it. And I mean, look at that side. So many 89, 90, even higher players. If we don't win the league this year, if we don't win the Champions League this year, I will be extremely surprised. It is such a good looking side, but hopefully it is third time the charm. For the third season in a row, let's get into the Champions League group stages. So arguably the toughest group we have had across all of these seasons, Juventus, Sevilla and Lokomotiv Moscow. Yeah, we're going to have to be on our A game for this group. And focus we did. We have gotten out of the group in flying colours. 6 wins, no draws, no losses, and only 1 goal conceded the entire group stages. You cannot get much better than that. Oh my god, that is a good result. So we are through, probably in the best fashion you'll ever see, to the round of 16 with Juventus as well. And we will be versing AS Monaco in the round of 16. So a big test there. They're a good side in career mode. It's going to be interesting to see how good they are right now, but I'm happy with how we are going. And the domination has translated over to the Premier League as well. Only 1 loss all season, and we currently sit 12 points clear atop of the Premier League, looking to go back to back. No real surprises after spending over £200 million that we haven't made any transfers in this January transfer window. But we're going to jump in now and take on AS Monaco, almost said AC Milan, AS Monaco, and hopefully get back to the quarterfinals and beyond. The away leg up first, which everybody knows I'm a big fan of, and I'm also a big fan of the fact that we have no players out for this first leg. Come on, lads. Let's get some away goals on the board. We get one with Lo Celso. A yellow card for Umtiti, which ain't fantastic, but an away goal for us, which is golden. They get an equaliser through Augustine. Would have been nice to be 1-0 up. Come on, can we get a second away goal? Llorente on for Pogba. 15 minutes remaining in the first leg here. Is it going to be 1-1? No, it's going to be 2-1 in favour of AS Monaco. Oh, Lookman, the former Evertonian, getting AS Monaco a second goal. That ain't ideal. We might be down on aggregate heading into the second leg, but we have the advantage of having an away goal behind our backs. We need to make sure that we keep clean sheet here and just pile on the goals. That's the message heading into every game, I feel like. But Fekir puts us 1-0 up. So if it stays like this, we will go through on away goals rule, but we don't want to have to rest on our laurels. We don't want to have to rest on the away goal. We want to get a second goal and make it a little bit more comfortable. Come on, lads. 20 minutes. Hold on. Mitrovic. King Mitro off the bench. 2-0. Hold on. There it is. We're going through to the Champions League quarterfinals. A monster of a second leg sees us take down Monaco. When you get to the quarterfinals, you can never expect your opponents to be easy. But ours are probably one of the toughest left. It is PSG. Neymar and Mbappe, I'm sure, a lot of quality players. We're going to be really getting the opportunity to see what we're made of. Thankfully, we have a full-strength starting 11, full-strength squad again, heading into the first leg at Craven Cottage, but it is going to be tough. They've got a good side. Mbappe's still there. Neymar, they've got Sterling, they've got Verratti, Luke Shaw. Oh, Neymar scores an away goal there. They've got Isco on the bench. Oh, come on. Asensio gets us an equaliser. I didn't even see that at first, but Asensio picks up a knock. Mbappe gets a second away goal for PSG, which again is very tough to take. 10 minutes remaining in this game. We get a second goal there. Silva off the bench ties it up. But the worrying thing is Asensio getting that knock and PSG having 2 away goals to play with. Oh dear, Asensio's season looks like it's just about over. A lateral collateral ligament injury. The away leg now at the Parc des Princes. Our season on the line. One of our star players out through injury. Sessegnon goes back up to left wing and Ferland Mendy comes back into the starting lineup. We need to score. It's currently all tied up, but PSG have 2 away goals. So if it's 0-0, they will go through. Luka Jovic with an away goal. Yes, mate. The Serbian gets us in the lead, but I am not comfortable yet. A second away goal for us would be fantastic. Come on, lads. 20 minutes, hold on, please. Substitutions galore. Last few minutes. Silva scores it. We're going to go through. Yes. Oh my God, I did not expect us to go and win 2-0 here. We're through to the semi-finals. Get in there. Semi-final time, and the job doesn't get any easier. Barcelona, the side that knocked us out in Season 4 in the round of 16, is our opponent for the semi-finals. Lyon and Real Madrid facing each other in the other tires, but we need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on getting to the Champions League final with the mighty Fulham FC. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into it. The away leg against Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Still no Asensio. Might not even have him for the rest of the season, which sucks a lot, but we want to get away goals on the board here. That's not a good start as Embolo gets them the lead, but I'm holding out hope because I want to get an away goal on the board. If we can get an away goal, I'll be stoked. Come on, lads, focus up. Half an hour almost. Yeah, half an hour now to go, and we're doing nothing in this game. Focus up. 15 minutes. Come on, Fulham. Get a goal back. Make it 1-1. It's going to be 1-0 in favour of Barcelona as we head to the second leg back at the Cottage. Come on, Fulham. A massive second leg here at the Cottage. Will this be another famous night at Craven Cottage? Or will we have to fight in another season? Come on. We get an early goal. It's all tied up. Nabil Fekir We can't let Barcelona get an away goal though. If they get an away goal, we are well and truly in big trouble. But it's all tied up right now. Let's get ourselves a second goal. Come on, Silva on. Silva on for Jovic. Saint Maximin! Yes! Hold on! Final few minutes! Yes! The full-time whistle blows! And Fulham, we are through to the Champions League final. Oh my god. Okay, this is a bit of a change of pace, which I actually love. We're taking on Lyon in the Champions League final. They're going to have a good side. Players like Ndombele, Awa, Tusa, they're going to have a banging midfield. We're going to have to be on top of our game here. Thankfully, I was looking at the squad before, and we do get Marco Asensio back, which is fantastic. But we're losing Lo Celso, who is suspended for the final, so that's a real bummer. But we're taking on Lyon. They took down Real Madrid, Juventus, and Rapid Vienna, so they've taken down some big clubs. So we're really going to have to be on top of our game here if we want to finish this off in Season 6. Taking a look around at the other tournaments, however, AC Milan did win the Europa League over Tottenham. We go back-to-back in the Premier League, finishing 11 points ahead of Manchester United. So we've been on absolute fire, lads. We are on flames. In the 6 seasons we've done so far, we've won the Premier League 3 times, which I was not expecting. So yeah, top of the Premier League, which means if we fail tonight, we get another shot at Champions League glory next season. Newcastle, Watford, and Norwich are all relegated though. We did lose another FA Community Shield. This time it wasn't to Liverpool, this time it was to Man United. And we can't win the FA Cup for a 3rd straight year. This time it is Tottenham winning the FA Cup. And we don't manage to win the Carabao Cup either, so no treble on the cards, just the double. I say just. I would love if Fulham in real life were going for the double. So this is a look at our squad report at the end of season number 6. Hopefully this is the squad that can deliver Champions League glory for Fulham. It's an aging squad, but it is a good squad at that. The starting 11 and bench is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that King Mitro. What a human being. I'm going to keep him on the bench and hopefully get to use him at some stage of the Champions League final. If things get comfortable, which I'm not saying they will, but if they will, I'll bring him on. Ryan Sessegnon, our captain. I'm hoping this legend of Fulham, or future legend, hopefully, don't leave us if we get relegated. I'm hoping he can lift the Champions League title for us today. But let's get into it, lads. The Champions League final with Fulham.
Taking me down and out, you made it look like it was easy, so easy.
This one's personal for me. I want to win the Champions League final with Fulham and do it with style. Come on, Fulham. Here we go, lads. Pogba, fair bit of space. We're going to go for it. It's Paul Pogba. I think it took a massive deflection, but Paul Pogba gives us the lead in the Champions League final. I was just watching the defense and I'm like, are they seriously going to give us all of this space? And they did, so we unleashed with Paul Pogba. I use him so much in Ultimate Team, so I know how to use and abuse him and what he's good at. Look at that. Look at my space. Just time to load up. I don't think that took a deflection. This angle will be a good one. Here we go. Watching. Yeah, it took a slight deflection off the inside of Gabriel Paulista's leg, and we take the advantage. Grujic. Oh no, they fed that one through beautifully to Memphis Depay. Deflection City! Where the fuck's our defense? Oh, just like that, Leon have equalised. Pintor, whoever that is, just left in so much space. And it is 1-1. We've got to concentrate. I was not paying attention as much as I should have there. I want to see, yeah, we kind of just took the players in there. Oh, why are you sliding there? Delete, why are you sliding in that position? Oh my god. Here we go. Come on, we've been good. We've been the better side so far in this game. Pogba's by far been our best player, but we need to reclaim the lead. Llorente. Mate Maximin. Here we go. Oh, I wanted to go for the bicycle. Oh, damn well. They get the luckiest bounce the ball there. Now they're on the attack. Bertrand Traore up against Ryan Sessegnon. Nkunku. Come on, we're trying to defend. Come on. Hit him on the counter. We need some support. One last opportunity before halftime. We go over the top to St. Maximin. Come on, mate. We've got so much pace. We're going to whip it in here. It's going to go to Nabil Fekir. Off the defender, but I think that was going out anyway. So we're going to have a corner. Come on, the overlapping run there. There we go. Sessegnon, good stuff. It's all starting to come together. The defenders pull away. What are they doing? The defenders, two of them, just pulled away. Penalty spot. Jovic. Oh, we just got to find that finishing touch. Good tackle from Pogba again. Stepping up clutch. What is the defense doing? Why is this happening in this game? We score. We take the lead, but I cannot get over the defense. That's happened twice in a matter of minutes. Is this a bug or something? It's like this used to happen in FIFA 14 and FIFA 15 so much. If you guys used to watch my content back then, all the time defenders would just dart away, and it's been happening so much since the latest patch. But we take the most of it and take the lead. But I feel kind of dirty about that one, man. That was a goal that was gifted to us really from some shitty defending. Come on, lads. 25 in-game minutes remaining. We're trying to hit him through here. Pogba holding on to it. Going to Fekir. Fekir over the top to Asensio. Asensio, let's go for a La Croqueta. No, I don't pull it off. We're going to whip it in. Back stick. Finish it. St. Maximin. What a finish. Beautiful ball positioning. And we are 3-1 up in the Champions League final. Surely that is going to see us win the rebuild. We have to hold on for 20 minutes now, but what a finish it was. Marco Asensio with a beautiful ball control, beautiful cross, and across the face of goals, we take the lead. And it's time, lads. It's Mitro time. The king on. Can he bag a goal? Fekir through. St. Maximin, we've got numbers. We're going to keep going. Fekir, back to St. Maximin. Can we finish it? Backstick, Mitrovic over the crossbar. Oh, King Mitro could have put the icing on top, but his header goes just over. We're into stoppage time, lads, and surely that is going to see us win the rebuild. Probably the most personal rebuild I have done with Fulham. We're getting relegated in real life, but in this scenario, we are champions of Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But most importantly, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
Shorty got a one-track mind. Wanna roll with the squad, that's fine. Wanna roll with the king all night. If you know what it brings, alright. Shorty got a one-track mind. Wanna go just a couple more times. Wanna smoke just a couple more times. Wanna blow just a couple more lines. Me, I'm just on my mission. All black, everything politicking. I'm just painting, but I want y'all to listen. Cause my choice can determine my decision. Look what I'm rocking, they looking and talking. Flow is like butter, I cook with it often. No satisfaction, I'm needing it more. All of this action, I'm keeping it raw. I came to work, they came to party, though all by myself. Call it flow, open your mind, look at my moves. What do you see when you look at my shoes? They don't see all of the walking it took to blossom from being a pawn to a rook and beyond. All black and I'm calm, king boy from here. See when you look at me now, everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. What do you see when you look at me now? Everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. One track mind, wanna roll with the squad, get fly. Wings up on an all black eye. When it's done, meditate all night. Shorty got a one track mind. Wanna go just a couple more times. Want